Hello, everybody. It's good to see you all. Thank you so much for your time. Are you able to see the full screen without as it is?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hello, everybody. My name is Greg Scott. I am the founder and CEO of SRT Labs. I started my career at NASA, launching the space shuttle from the Mission Control Center down in Houston, Texas. And the Mission Control Center is basically a massive piece of software, pulling data from thousands of sensors designed by hundreds of different contractors over decades to create the most complex machine ever built at its time. And it provides 150 or so flight controllers with the information that they need when they need it to make essential operational decisions about the system. Now, today I'm going to tell you how we transform the lives of operations teams, facility operations teams, by taking the approach of NASA's Mission Control Center and applying my experience there to integrate infrastructure systems across buildings, campuses, and cities to make them more efficient, less expensive, and more automated. So tens of millions of buildings today across the country were built at a time when people worked 9 to 5 and when energy was cheap. But that's not how buildings operate today. More people work remotely than in offices than ever before. And energy is neither cheap nor plentiful. So buildings really need to be smarter in order to operate efficiently. And to address this, operations teams are told to implement technology. But these siloed systems require even more human labor to manage, especially at scale, leading to facility managers having more than 14 apps on their phone and absolutely no cross-platform automation between these siloed systems. So without this connected ecosystem for understanding real-time building operations and pulling together all of these siloed systems, opportunities for significant savings are completely missed. Labor is wasted and resources are unnecessarily used. So we are addressing this $255 billion market opportunity by providing a platform to monitor, analyze, and automate buildings, campuses, and cities. Our enterprise software gives ops teams an infinitely capable, never off the clock team member, transforming their buildings to be responsive to actual real-time usage and minimizing the cost of doing business. And we do this by connecting siloed systems. It helps to improve the operational efficiencies across these otherwise siloed systems, which allows our operations teams to save money, save time, and of course, save energy. It also helps in risk mitigation, reduces stress and liability. And by creating these cross-platform insights and notifications, it sets the groundwork to be able to also do cross-platform automations between one siloed system and another. And we are poised to thrive during the economic downturn, being able to help organizations, especially across commercial real estate, reduce their operational costs and optimize their processes. And we do this with our M1 platform. In neuroscience, the M1 represents the primary motor cortex of the human brain. It executes and plans movements, commanding and controlling the body in response to outside forces and insights. And that's what we do for buildings. We pull data from building automation systems, Internet of Things devices, and even service robots to provide operations teams with a way to visualize their facilities the way they already do in their heads. Floor plans, not spreadsheets. And then we provide them with intelligent analytics and proactive alerting to ensure they get the information they need when they need it from across their buildings at exactly the right time. Now, we leverage our patent and map-based frameworks for the integration of robots and smart devices to create this hardware-agnostic platform where we can interface with any system already in the building or provide aftermarket building systems from our technology partners to fill the gaps. Now, our customers are facility managers and operations teams who are responsible for campus-based facilities with complex systems and operations. We currently focus on campus-based organizations such as the U.S. Department of Defense, higher education, commercial campuses, and even smart cities. And we have deployments across each of these market segments with plans to move into healthcare, warehousing, and manufacturing as we continue to grow and scale. Now, with all of these buildings across the US, well, what does that actually mean for the market size? Well, with more than 10 million buildings just across these four market segments, it equates to a $255 billion total available market. And with our existing deployment traction and growth trajectory, we expect to acquire $7 billion of that market with our solution. And that market opportunity grows as we expand beyond our initial four market segments. Now, we address campuses one building at a time using our land and expand sales model. We start with a single floor or a single building across the campus. We demonstrate ROI in that first instance, and we move on to additional buildings across their campuses. With our enterprise software platform, we create the data and software base layer for their entire campus. We do upfront implementation services to ensure that our platform is fully integrated in the systems there with the systems they already have within their infrastructure. And then we manage that data over time. We expand across additional buildings horizontally, and we implement across additional capabilities that we can offer across our platform. And this approach makes us sticky. We're seeing a lifetime value of our customers over 5-year contracts to be over 70% recurring revenue, and customers wanting to continue to grow the services we offer with our platform. So in order to land and expand, we have to have great relationships. We primarily focus in two areas. Our technology partners are the enterprise software platform. With our enterprise software platform, our technology partners are the siloed hardware systems that we integrate with to create the ecosystem. And by allowing us to create this broader ecosystem with their data, including alongside others in our ecosystem, they are seeing increased sales of their systems. Then over time, we also move those technology partners into distribution partners. These are the ones that help us sell our products into niche markets, help us sell our products to their existing customer bases, and allow for additional capabilities that they can offer. So our partnership strategy is to start a technology partner, evolve to distribution partner once we've proven to them that we are adding value to their offerings, and then move them towards acquisition and investment partner as we continue to scale. Now, we have some amazing customers today. These are a few examples across our market segments where we are mostly focusing on these campus-based organizations. These are all existing and ongoing customers that we have with our platform. We also have dozens of universities that we're currently looking at expanding across both the Mid-Atlantic region and out in the West, and a number of cities. As you can see here, small cities such as Vineyard and large futuristic cities like in the region of Neom, as we're part of their Oxagon Smart City project. And with this customer experience and our growth trajectory, we have been able to garner a significant revenue over the last several years. Since our founding, we've had $3.5 million come from non-dilutive Department of Defense contracts. And just last month, 6 weeks ago, we signed another $1.9 million contract extension, allowing us to continue to build our patented deep tech platform and begin to commercialize it, as we have been doing over the course of the last year. And last year, we were 100x commercial sales from 2021, and more than half of our revenue this year is also from commercial sales up to this point. Now, of course, we will continue to leverage a number of contracting mechanisms that we have. We have a sole source contract with the U.S. Department of Defense. We have a sole source contract with the state of Utah, and we're working with other states and municipalities for sole source contracting authorities so that we can sell into those areas without requiring a competitive RFP. But we continue to grow in these four market segments. And really what this does is this allows us the protections in case there is a down year. Say, for example, during the initial stages of COVID with the reduction in commercial real estate, our defense contracting market was allowed us to continue operations and actually thrive. We've got a phenomenal team to be able to hit and exceed these targets. We have 14 full-time employees. We've been able to bring in a diverse senior group of folk that have over 13 years experience on average. The founders have over 20 years experience in the field. And frankly, the remaining C-suite that we have today is allowing us to deploy and grow the customer base that we currently have. Now, we just closed this non-dilutive $1.9 million DoD contract extension, which will allow us to further drive our platform development, improve security capabilities, as well as add additional features. We're now raising $1 million and from traditional venture capital investors to allow us to scale our sales and commercial partnerships. We plan to use a majority of that funding very specifically on business development, sales operations, and partnership management. We look forward to talking with each of you about how we continue to grow. Thank you all so much for your time. Looking forward to questions.